Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today. And before I get into it, I want to thank everybody. The video that I made in regards to Lisa, I was hoping that somebody would see it. And the fact that it was received the way it was, and I am so grateful for the thousands of messages, the over 1,000 emails that you guys sent me, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. I am just grateful. The 10,000 comments on the YouTube video itself was absolutely amazing. But the one question people kept asking me that I cannot believe I forgot to say was, Rosie is going to live with me, clearly. And Rosie and I are out early in the morning. It's raining and just going to go for a walk. We got so much to cover right now. But Rosie's in good hands, guys. I love her very much. And she's the most amazing dog ever. And things will be great. Right now, we've got snowstorms and cold like we've never seen it. We've got crime like we've never seen it. Flights canceled all over as we start the new year. But I'm in Newport Bay. It's beautiful. People are docking their boats. It's really fun. It's nice to be out here at times like this too. But Rosie's going to have a good time. I'm not going to take her off a leash because there's a cop giving somebody a hard time up the street. And I want to set the example. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if I didn't say that. But think about this, guys. We're seeing one of the coldest winters that we've seen in decades. And that's not so much news. As it is 20-degree weather in Texas, I think that's insane, guys. And one thing I always talk to people about are those stupid smart meters that you can get. As I switch hands with her, I am so against those things for 1,000 reasons. Because the smart meters that can get shut off by the power company if it's too cold or if you're using too much energy, just from somebody experiencing a house that had to be kept at a certain level. Imagine being told you can't set your temperature with somebody in Lisa's condition the final month of her life. It's insane to think about that. And you poor people that are victims of your power company that are doing that, it's criminal, absolutely criminal. Do everything you can to get away from that, regardless of where you live. Oh, you can't have power with us if you don't have the smart meter. Figure out if that's true. There is such cold weather in Buffalo, New York, that we are seeing something new that the governor of the state doesn't want to talk about, and that is looting with cold weather. I mean, this is crazy. But you guys, this is the sign of the times right now. Think about this. You've got so much snow that people are breaking into stores right now that, they got 3 feet of snow out in front. Nobody's going to check it. So they break into it and just basically rob the store blind. Isn't that terrible to think about? Southwest Airlines sucks. Southwest Airlines, or as we call them here, Southworst Airlines, is horrible. And of the, think about this, of all the flights that were canceled in the United States, 87% are from Southwest Airlines. Now, guys, think about this. The majority of the Southwest flies here, okay? Rain, and from rain to snow and things like that. You got to get stuff like that figured out. Frontier Airlines was the second, and they had 87 cancellations. It gives you an idea of how, 2,800 cancellations to 1,800. Rosie's loving the water this morning. So just hanging out. My son was here for Christmas and flew back to Arizona where he lives. And I made the mistake of December 26th driving to the airport. I'm like, well, what are all these people doing here? Because I've been kind of oblivious to news and everything that's going on for the last week or so. And the fact that I'm like, dude, you bought a ticket to fly out of here the day after Christmas. What were we thinking? And it was insane. It was just insane to get to the airport. People don't drive properly. People are rude. It's just unbelievable. But sign of the times, guys. Tesla stock is down again, for months. This year, it's lost 75% of its value. It's really crazy, guys. That's just dropped as much as it has. And the electric cars right now, I just don't see it. Just don't see it as being a big, as the be all to end all that everybody does. Driving to Vegas, Orange County to Las Vegas, is a big thing during the holidays. The Baker charging station has a 10-hour wait. So Baker, guys, between LA and Vegas, you guys have been there. You know, you've got the Greek and the places to eat there, and it is hell. They've got the world's tallest thermometer, and I have been there. Last time I was there, it was 107 when I drove. I couldn't even believe it. It was so high when I drove past it. But 10-hour wait to charge your Tesla. Now that's efficient. That just sounds so great. And you know, there has to be a better way for this. Oh, we'll build more charging stations, Dan. You'll see. It's going to be fantastic. Anybody has any of that video, send it our way, and you know what, we'll share it with everybody. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. You know, are you experiencing cold weather right now? This is cold. This is freezing for us right now here, guys. Okay? It's rainy. It's just, you know, light rain. It's nothing worth bragging about. Everything should be put into perspective right now for you guys for the end of the year. When you look at business and you look at everything that's happening, nothing is going to get fixed. There is no reality in the stock market right now. There's no reality in metals right now. And I, for one, am one of the people that believes that metals are the greatest things ever that you could have as an investment. But I think that now is the time to reevaluate everything with employees, with suppliers that you deal with. People need to be appreciative of everything that they do with you, every dollar you spend. And I'm constantly reminding people of this, and clients that I have of mine, it's like, don't tolerate this. You know how much money you spent with these people? And that's the thing. You should know that right now. Add that up. You should know exactly what everything costs you right now. Use this week between Christmas and New Year's to figure that out, to figure out your expenses, to figure out your bills, to figure out everything, and do it. It is crazy to think that we're heading to 2023, which will be an absolute disastrous year. You can lie to yourself, let the government lie to you and tell you that everything's going to be safe and that there's going to be plenty of food, but everything points to having massive food shortages. One thing that I was incredibly proud of myself for is that, you know, having a house full of people all the time, from nurses to family members to strangers to friends of Lisa's to everybody, hey, rarely did we need to go to the store and buy stuff because it was there. Now, there were certain things clearly we had to get, but the thing that we got with the nurses is as they would start to come back, and then the nurses had a good gig at this house because the people were nice, there was food all the time, everybody was friendly, everybody was appreciative. And then the stories that they told me that I could tell you guys some other time are just horrific of how bad people treat these people that come into their homes. And it's just a sign of the times how awful it is. That right there is an electric Duffy. It's a little tiny boat, little electric boat that you can rent. That looks like somebody's private little Duffy, but just kind of cool. Look at all the algae on the shore. Hey, Rosie, how you doing? You having fun, Rosie? Good. So eventually it would get to the point that instead of the grocery store list, they would say, do you have it list, which was kind of cool. But we had all this stuff, guys, you know, from water bottles to supplies to food to everything, you know. So it just made me feel good knowing that we could live in this house for months, if not a year, without having to buy a thing right now. And you need to set yourself up that way. And it's not go do it tomorrow. Accumulate things over time, guys. And one thing that was great was the nurses started to figure, oh, wow, I know who you are now. And they'd come with their list of, hey, what would you do if this situation happened? And I'm starting my side hustle and my side gig. And I laid it all out on everything, on what they should do, and you know, everything from setting up their fictitious business statement with the county and how to set up their checking account, a little bit of everything. And it was great. It was fantastic because everybody should look at how they're going to make money. But one nurse in particular was concerned about the tax situation with the $600 reporting because she already owned a business. So I told, you know, showed her how to set everything up and look at all your expenses throughout the year. I haven't kept track of them. We should. Let's do it now. And this was the woman that would do, 8 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning, and I didn't sleep much during this time. So, okay, I'll meet you at 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me get some stuff done, and we'll talk about this. And we'd lay things out as far as her expenses and everything. And all of this is a write-off for you. All this is an expense for your business. All you do is think, one way, and I have an expense here, and the rest is profit. No, look at all this stuff. Look at all your printing. Look at all the advertising. All your expenses and your vehicles to get to and from where you're going. Think about this, guys. It's time. Sorry I'm a little disheveled, but it's like I said, it's raining down here. And we're going to walk down. I'll take her down the dock. You want to walk down? Let's walk down by the boats, Rosie. Okay, until they throw us out of here. The IRS just announced that they're not going to implement the rule for the $600 at the beginning of 2023. This is the rule that would make it so that Venmo and everybody had to report every dollar that was spent. I think it's a trap, guys. I think that they're going to, people are going, whew, throw away those business statements and throw away all those records. No, keep the records, guys. Be ready for this. This nurse that was there that has her business on the side, she's set, got it all done, got it all laid out. Nobody wants to have uncomfortable conversations. Nobody wants to talk about money between you and your spouse. Nobody wants to have a game plan with your expenses. Do you know down to the penny what it costs you to live for a month? Your net. I used to joke about this because my dad and his home improvement salesman friends, with the cool guys in the 80s would talk about their net and what their net was in a month. And as much as I made fun of these guys, now it's the way you should know. You should know exactly what it costs you. And is your spouse, is your girlfriend, is your boyfriend on board with how you spend money and how you make money? The financial gurus out there that are saying, hey, you need to make $500,000 a month to be super rich. Okay, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be fantastic if you had, $100,000 a month? But the people that make $30,000 and $40,000 within earshot of where I'm at right now, some of them are totally broke because they've overextended themselves. And once again, get rid of everything you can. People will not have the money 1 year from now that they have today. The world will be different 1 year from now. It'll be different 90 days from now. The real estate market's going to be different. You're going to see couples and families live together that have never met each other before in the same household because they just need to do it to make ends meet, whether they are renting or someone has a mortgage on their house that they cannot afford, and they're going to divide the house up into two and let people live together. Mark my words, this is going to happen. People don't want to accept where things are at. The best thing you can do is plan and not procrastinate. Now, life is short. Business doesn't have to be difficult, guys. The fact that you're going to have downturns, if you're ready for it, it doesn't affect you like other people. If you don't sell anything, it doesn't affect you. That's why when I tell people to get financing, look at like the alternative financing through, look at, guys, I don't know if you remember this area, there's no boats. Every boat's out right now for the holidays. They're all someplace, all those big boats. Wow, that's crazy. That just caught my attention right now. You're not going in the water today, Rosie, because I'm not going after you. Okay? Rosie's having a good time. Plan, guys. Plan. It'll make your life. You'll sleep so much better at night. You don't know what's going to happen. What I just went through, we were ready for it, Thank God. But get yourself ready for this. Have these difficult conversations. Have the conversations about insurance. Have the conversations about your money now. Okay? You going to divorce your wife this year? Planning on that? What about your husband? Is he a total loser and it's time to finally get rid of him? Well, no, Dan, he's a good man. Okay, well, have the talk, guys. Work it out. Have some peace of mind. Be on the same page. Oh, we don't like to talk about money. Okay, well, misery loves company. Things are going to get worse. It's going to get so bleak, and you're going to see people lose their jobs that you would never see lose their jobs. You're going to see companies go out of business that you never thought would go out of business. Freshly is a food delivery company that's down for the count. Okay, finished. Freshly's going out. Let's go back up the stairs, honey. Come on, this way. Yeah, good girl. Okay, done. Freshly announced that their last delivery is like the 27th of January. Peloton announces today that they are going to start selling used bikes. And I mean, I laughed so much when I heard this because the stock tanked after that. Not like this is the savior. This is the end all. This is the end all be all. That's what I want, is a used Peloton bike. You know, $2,800, you know, towel rack. People lose it when I say that. Look at this, guys. All these boats are gone. Just remember this. I'll have to come back here when they're back because it's just so beautiful. And they're so nice, but they're all gone. So a lot more to cover. Share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Let me know what you're thinking about this. And again, guys, thank you so much for the kind words. It was one of those things. I made that video and I thought, God, I wonder if anybody's going to watch this at all. And you guys did. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. One thing that's funny to me is how these tech moguls are losing hundreds of billions of dollars. And these tech moguls, there's a great article on the Washington Post about how they lost $433 billion. And Elon lost $122 billion. He led the way, followed by Jeff Bezos, who lost $94 billion. And then Zuck lost almost $81 billion. Just great. I mean, it's like, you know, the hit parade. And then the guys that run Google, okay, Sergey and Larry, they lost almost $90 billion between them. Okay, so, and then leading out the pack at $28 billion is Dr. Evil himself, or as you guys call him, Bill Gates. Anyways, Bill Gates lost $28.7 billion. Kind of crazy. Housing prices have gone down officially for the 4th straight month. You guys notice how it's a little different than the story I talked about last week where they said it was 10 straight months of home sales declining? Well, wait a second. That's declining home sales, Dan. This is prices actually going down. Prices have actually gone down 4 straight months. I am telling you guys, the shenanigans of how you word it when it comes to real estate is ridiculous, okay? So Tesla's seeing major problems. I mentioned that earlier. They're opening up a new factory in Nuevo Mexico, and that's going to solve a big problem as far as output and delivery in 2023. We'll see if that happens. But the big thing, guys, is going to be houses. It's going to be the debacle with houses and the prices dropping. I think it's just going to be a disaster. You want to walk in the water, Rosie? There you go. Oh, we'll walk down there. But you know, I think that we haven't seen anything yet. And people don't want to admit that. People that are in real estate that write me, oh my gosh, you know, I'm sorry for your girlfriend, but you're wrong about real estate. It's kind of funny. I'm not. And you're going to see such a turnaround with real estate. It's going to drop so quickly. And the deals that will be out there, if you are ready for this, it will be amazing. And take a look at it, guys, because they're there. And it's going to be like anything that we've seen in our lifetime. Oh, Rosie, you having a good time walking through the water? So I was going to take her to Dog Beach, but just thought I'd come out here for a little bit for you because it is raining. But share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Do you care about the tech moguls that lost all that money? What about these areas like San Jose that was the highest appreciation for real estate at one point last year, and now it's falling the fastest in certain communities there? That's fascinating to me. Texas, that's the one that blows my mind, is that you're starting to see these home builders that are not going to be able to finish houses. The problem with a community, something not getting done, when I spoke to Denise when we did the Vegas video in October, the problem that you have when a community doesn't get finished is the grocery stores don't come to town, the liquor store doesn't come to town, the gas stations don't come to town. You don't get the community center, you don't get the Boys and Girls Club, you don't get things like that that are relatively close. The next one is 15 miles away. That's the problem with this. And it takes forever. The track that I'm living in right now, it was supposed to be done at the beginning of 1990, 91. The builder prolonged, and only got half of it done until 93. And then a new builder came in and had to complete the project. And the most fascinating thing that we have is we literally have like a Mason-Dixon line in my complex where there's a line that tells you that there's two separate associations. And one side will tow your car, and one side is free love. It's just, there's no other way to put it. These people that have nothing better to do than tell you that you have, you have flower pots on your front porch that are not authorized is funny to me, that you're that much of a loser that you do that to people. So it's all to keep continuity in the community. Sure it is. Okay. So share your thoughts about this. Oh, one last thing. I got on this a little bit. One thing that floored me. Think about this. The hospice nurses. Okay. There are two. There are the ones that come from the hospice company, and then the private ones that I hired. These women, having them explain to me how bad people are and how mean they are. And it is awful that people would invite somebody into their home to take care of a loved one and they treat them like total crap. It was unbelievable to hear those stories. So have you guys ever experienced this? Let me know. I'm just curious about this because people are awful. And I was floored that they were living there. Rosie's digging. She's got work to do. Okay, so we'll be back in a second. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. You want to know what's wrong with the world? This is what's wrong with the world. Popeye's Chicken in New Brunswick, I believe it's Canada, stories below, had a 4-mile line, 4 miles to get one of their new chicken sandwiches. Oh my God, we have to have it. 4 miles long, okay? People are in debt. People are buying things they shouldn't be buying. And there's that. Speaking of that, this holiday season, the average person went in debt $1,549 this year to buy Christmas gifts that nobody needs or nobody wants, nobody cares that you bought, okay? $1,549. That was up 24% this year. Again, the stuff that's stuck in my head, guys, is insane. The final thing is Sam Bankman-Fried, he gets let out and, he's got to spend Christmas with the parents at their house. A really cool figure reached out. Martin Scarelli, remember Pharma Boy? That guy spent like 6 or 7 years in prison. And he has some advice for Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam needs to shave his head. Sam needs to listen to rap music and learn to fight immediately. So Pharma Boy gave him the advice. Guys, I'm not making this up. Oh gosh, the bird's going after fish. Anyways, it's just classic. But this guy, I think that this guy's never going to spend a day in jail. I think that this guy's friends were on his side and that he's never going to see a courtroom and he'll get like misdemeanor, charges that'll be probation, like he, jaywalked or something. Oh wait, jaywalking's not illegal anymore as of a week from now. So it'll be something like that, guys. Mark my words. Please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'm sorry, I'm done, guys, because it's raining, okay? We'll be back in the regular schedule now. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all great people. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for everything. Rosie appreciates it. And it's all good, guys, okay? Onward and upward. Reach out, hello@iallegedly.com, and I will see you guys very soon.